Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that is definitely a thing. Today's news is, I'm going to say, the most important of the week. No, not Microsoft. I'm talking Final Fantasy VII porn. Earlier this week, Italian lawmakers gathered together online to discuss data transparency in the election process and political decisions and all that stuff. And in the middle of it, someone hacked the broadcast with erotic video of Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Now, having seen the video for research purposes, let me tell you, it is as awkward as it sounds. It takes them far too long to actually get around to removing it. It might be 30 seconds, but it feels like a lifetime. And what's even more amazing is it occurred right as they were inviting on a Nobel Prize winner to speak. It was broadcast on TV at the time as well. And the crazy part is, after it happens, after removing it from the video feed, they just attempt to continue like nothing happened. Since the incident, it has been blamed on hackers who somehow got into the broadcast, but really, I think we all know that Italy has finally entered the love triangle wars and have chosen side Tifa. And frankly, I side with them. Also today, in video games people mostly play because they really want to bang one of the characters' news, Bioware. Former Bioware executive producer Mark Dara made a YouTube video yesterday where he goes in on Bioware Magic and what exactly it really means. Now, for those of you who don't know the concept of Bioware Magic, really what it is kind of an internal thing or more of a PR spin on the fact that mostly at Bioware for many, many years, what would happen is they would have an idea for a game, they'd start working on a game, and it would seem like nothing was getting done, and then all of a sudden, something would click, pieces would fit together, and then the game would just skyrocket in production, and then they produce a winner, and everyone was happy. That was kind of the idea. Obviously, that's not the case lately, but Mark goes in on that subject of Bioware Magic and breaks it down a little bit more and why it's terrible. He gives a really good visual example showing this hockey stick design graph that gives you the timeline of production. And you can see during the production, it seems like for a long while, not much is really happening. And then all of a sudden the game production shoots up. This is when things are supposed to come together and get awesome very late in the process. But the reality is, he goes on to say, this is all crunch. It's just overworking people to get stuff done and managing delays and getting caught up in all the stuff that everyone talks about when they talk about bad game dev. He continues to say that in the company, a lot of the team leaders have this early 2000s, we've got a bunch of wins vibe and are using that to justify bad process in game dev currently. It's really just 7 or so minutes of a guy giving his thoughts. And honestly, if you're watching this, I bet you would like to see that as well. Speaking of bad process, I leave you with another example of why Bobby Kotick is just the worst. As I'm sure you're aware if you watch this or any other games-related media, Activision Blizzard has been in some hot water lately, and news outlets aren't being too kind to them. So what is a Bobby Kotick to do? Well, last night the Wall Street Journal reported that Kotick was considering the purchase of Kotaku and PC Gamer to reduce the critical coverage surrounding Activision Blizzard and help rebuild the company and brand. Just let that sink in and appreciate what a giant scumlord he is. I mean, I really dislike that man. We started out so good. How did we get here? You know what? I refuse to leave you with lame news. So I want to talk about something I love. Yesterday, they released the Total War Warhammer 3 trailer for Chaos Undivided. And let me tell you, not only does it look cool, but apparently you can customize your own Demon Prince, which just, it's all I've ever wanted. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna make that dude look like, but he's gonna be nasty. I'm here for it. So that was really exciting for me personally, and I figured I would share. So I'm really ready for that game to finally come out, and I'm ready to rep Chaos the only way I know how, poorly. Anyway, that's it for 5 Minute Gaming News. Thank you so much for watching and all your feedback. You guys have been amazing. This has been a wonderful experience for me. I love getting back into things like this. Please, if you have comments, leave them. If you want to give it a like, hell, I'll take it. Even if you want to subscribe, I'm going to be that guy right now. Subscribe, bell, all those, whatever. Thank you so much. Hopefully tomorrow, no more Bobby Kotick, but Lord knows he's still going to be around. See you then.